Welcome back to another episode of the Crypto Serpent, and if you do like the videos, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. Now, let's get into the chaos of yesterday. The euphoria of yesterday is gone, right? So now we can go back to normality from a charts perspective, from a numbers perspective. Where are we going next? What is happening? We can start once again to have some clarity, which is great. So when we talk about Vechain, it is definitely a leader in the blockchain adoption in the food industry. Not that that's the only industry that it works in, but in this particular industry, it is definitely leading the way. Now, the rippling effect from COVID-19 continues to add new daily challenges to the food and beverages industry. There is no doubt about it, including trust issues with the consumers and end-to-end and disruption of the global supply chains. So the pandemic highlighted the failings of the current highly inefficient traceability systems we depend on as a global society. That's where you get something like Vechain's blockchain that can certainly assist in this particular case. Now, blockchain technology represents a paradigm shift in the world of supply chain, and it is quickly showing itself to be the most efficient method available to solve this particular problem, as well as delivering new, unique capabilities for enterprises and consumers. When we spoke about weeks and weeks ago, we're not in a bear market, we will be, the bull market will be kicking off again. It is exactly for these type of reasons. This isn't 2017, 2018. We're not overinflated based on fluff or hype. There's no hype. It is a better technology. That's why I believed right through that there will come a time where we would flip the switch and we would go back into a bull run momentum, because the technology itself is better than other things out there. Simple. It doesn't have to be complicated, right? I mean, you can look at charts and this and that, and in 2017 this happened and then that happened and this happened. No, it is a better technology, period. It's only a matter of time, and time we have. Believe me, time we have. So Walmart China takes over on food safety with Vechain. Walmart China brings together Sam's Club and Vechain to take another step towards food safety and traceability. Vechain, DNV and Norway in a box announced partnership. Vechain, ASI Group and DNV announced Food Gates as a second CIIE. Vechain became the sole public blockchain protocol of the APAC Providence Council, and Vechain enables producers market to trace agricultural products. Vechain powers producers market to onboard no seafood. Vechain powers the lifestyle management of Australian premium beef producer Latitude 28. And it goes on and on and on. Vechain joins the China Animal Health and Food Safety Alliance, and Vechain enables Bright Foods to take a monumental step on their objective to digitalize their entire inventory and supply chain. 10 case studies. Not one, 10 case studies on how the blockchain of Vechain is going to help this particular sector. And this is one sector, because Vechain does not only work in the food industry sector. That is one of many, many sectors that it works in. Can you start to paint a picture of what's going on here? When we look at the market, where we're going, what is happening, how it's going, how we're going to get there, the phase that we're in right now and what is coming, it is super, super exciting. Now, we're talking here about, how we're going to go back into we're going to be in uncharted territory in the not too distant future, and so it is very, very exciting indeed what is happening. But the market that we're in, and I mentioned this yesterday, like we're far from this being over. Far from this being over. It is very, very, very exciting what is about to happen from a global crypto market. Now, when it comes to keeping up to date with the latest development of what is happening out there on the Vechain world, make sure that you hit the follow and alarm bell on Twitter. We will be looking at the charts today. We'll look at where we're going. It's following this particular pattern really, really well, and we'll keep a very, very close eye on this fifth wave. And this fifth wave that is coming is going to be very, Very, very exciting. We spoke yesterday about, compared to Bitcoin, the kind of momentum shift that we can start to see coming up in the next, in the coming weeks. And it is truly exciting what is about to happen. And the thing is, I always knew this to be the case, and what goes up must come down, and it did come down. But now that we're getting ready to really finish the year strong, it is exciting. It is exciting because like I mentioned, 10 case studies just in one industry alone. It's just the tip of the iceberg of what this blockchain can do at a global scale, 2022 and 2023 beyond, because it's only going to get more and more advanced. And it's only going to get more and more case studies and more companies adapting it. That's where the spiral effect kicks in. And so let's have a look in Atani. Let's have a look at some of the indicators of what they tell us. Okay, so when we do start to look at inside the indicators, we're looking at the daily chart. I said yesterday, yesterday was like, it was mayhem. Like, no chart was correct. Everything was up into the stratosphere, and it's not a day to really look at the charts. It's not. Everything was off because there was just such a high momentum, and I told you not to chase green candles, because had you chased green candles yesterday, you would already be, for example, on Vechain alone, 8.92% down on the highest that it got to yesterday. That's why you never chase green candles. Never. So on the hourly chart, what do we have here? We were just briefly outside the Bollinger Band, and now we've come back inside the Bollinger Band. And is that the tip off? Are we now ready to kick off again? Let's have a look. What goes up must come down. We were outside the Bollinger Band. We're now back inside the Bollinger Band. You can see here, we've made a sharp turn right when we got to that point, and we're going up again. Are we going to go up just to here and then come back down again? Let's see. Let's see where we're going. But from an indicator perspective, on the 4 hour and the 1 hour, it looks bearish. But then when we look at the 12 hour, it looks extremely bullish. And of course, when we look at the daily is very, very bullish. So continuation from here, yes, I believe so. I think we've hit the point now where we're going to flick the switch, and then we're down 9% down for the day. But I think it's only a matter of time when this will cool off, and then we will begin to rise again. Now, if we were to look at the Bitcoin chart just quickly, that's on the daily. What's going on there on the daily chart? Obviously it was outside of the Bollinger Band. But when we look at the hourly, and we look here at what's been going on and what is happening, see, like it touched the bottom there, and now we're coming back. So from my end, I think it's following the charts perfectly. I think it's following the Bollinger Band really, really well. And if I go further and I go into the 4 hour, again, similar thing has happened with the 4 hour. It touched the top of the Bollinger, it's come back here, and now it's kicking off again. So I think the momentum is about to switch again, and we might go a little bit more down, but of course we had to go down at some stage. I mean, Vechain was 22% up, 22% up for the day. In one day, of course, there's going to be some retrace. It's just normal for there to be retrace. But let's have a look at some of the drawings and what kind of picture do they tell us for the future. As we begin to look at the charts, one of the key things here to look at is we've had a price rise. We know that it's been amazing. Everybody's pumped up. But now reality has kicked in. And this is good. It's a good thing, right? 9% going down. Now we can start to paint a picture about where we go to from here. And it is exciting because we have broken out, and we're waiting now patiently to see where we finish this particular retrace, and then we can start to make really, really good assumptions. So we know we're going up. We know the next phase, we're going towards 60s, 75s, $1, $1.20, and beyond. It won't be a straight arrow. It will not go parabolic. This is not how it works. If it worked like that, everyone would be a trader. Everyone would invest. Everything is guaranteed. It doesn't work like that. What we do need to look out for are some key points and understand how much resistance we have. Say when we get to 10 cents, how much resistance do we have at 18 cents? 27 cents will be massive. And then from there, uncharted territory, and where do we go? So it won't be a straight arrow, but the future does look bright, because today I just shared with you one industry which has got 10 case studies of using Vechain. Now across all the industries, and as momentum builds up, $1.50 by March is not out of the question. It's not financial advice, and I'm not a financial advisor. I just want to tell you today was like one of those classic examples, one industry, and look how much impact Vechain has. Imagine all of them combined, what this ecosystem will do in the future. If you learned something new today, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. As always, thank you, and I look forward to see you on the next one.